So I like to have music on all the time. It makes me feel good, it gives me energy, but I hate it when it sounds like crap. As a stay-at-home dad, I'm in the kitchen a lot preparing a million snacks and cleaning what seems like endless dishes. I love having music on to make doing those things more fun. Up until now, I've been using the Google Home speaker, which lets me hear the music just fine, but it doesn't let me feel the music. And I want to feel it. So I started researching speakers to replace the Google Home, and I discovered the Sonos Move, which kind of blew my mind. In fact, it's so interesting, it launched me down a path where I'm changing everything in my home when it comes to speakers. More on that shortly. Now, this is a tough decision for me because I'm a very frugal person and Sonos speakers are expensive. I mean, the Sonos Move alone is $499 plus tax. Oof. So how can I justify spending so much on one speaker? Well, first, when I thought about it, I realized every few years I seem to upgrade and replace my Google speakers, and that adds up. The whole thing with Sonos is you don't have to replace them for 10 to 15, 20 years. They're extremely well built. Second, not only do I have a bunch of Google speakers around the house, I also have a Bluetooth speaker I take with me as I love having music on the go to bring the party with me. And this has been my main portable speaker, the Ultimate Ears Mega Boom, which cost about $300 a few years ago. It's getting long in the tooth also. When I considered replacing my Google Home and also another Bluetooth speaker, why do that and get a mediocre quality which I have to replace in 3 to 5 years anyway, when instead I could buy one high quality speaker for the same price to do it all? Because like the name suggests, with the Sonos Move, you can just pop it out of the cradle and take it with you for portable music on the go. That's pretty cool, right? While at Best Buy testing out speakers, we listened to some other Sonos speakers like the 5, which to be honest, sounds quite a lot richer than the Move. However, it has to be plugged in and it doesn't have Google Assistant. While the sound quality is great if you're near the 5, what about if you go outside to hang out, or in the garage to work out, or for a soak in the tub? Sure, you can crank it up, but that plugged in speaker way over there all of a sudden isn't sounding so good from far away. So why not just take it with me, I realized. Being closer to the Move will sound a lot better than being farther away from the 5, and I like that. Plus it has Google Assistant built in. Wherever I am, I want to be able to control the volume with my voice. It's just so damn handy. And being able to add things to my Google Calendar, to my shopping list, setting reminders and timers, etc. whenever I think of them without having to whip out my phone, it's invaluable. While researching other speakers, I considered the Apple and Amazon stuff for a hot second, and while they sounded good, they're not portable. Plus, and actually the biggest reason I decided to become Team Sonos is because of how their speakers all pair together seamlessly, including speakers hooked up to your TV. This is where I think things get really interesting and where Sonos stands out from the rest of the crowd. Their speakers are essentially modular, like Lego. Whenever you add a Sonos speaker to your Wi-Fi, you can pair it together with whichever speakers you want, however you'd like. So check this out. I found these Sonos IKEA speakers on the marketplace. I got 2 of them for $125, which is a great deal. And while they aren't portable like the Move, I can leave them plugged in around the house wherever I'd like, and with the tap of a button, I can have them playing music in sync with the Sonos Move while at home. Cool, right? Sounds amazing. Also, my next plan is to get the soundbar, which offers 3 speakers in one, right? The center channel and the left and right. What I can do is I could put these IKEA speakers behind us and get one of their subwoofers, which is also wireless, and all of a sudden I have a sleek looking wire-free 5.1 surround sound. Nice. Then I can listen to media on each speaker individually or all tied together wherever or whenever I want in my house. Now this is the best part. If I'm watching a movie on the 5.1, I can also set up this Sonos Move playing along with that 5.1. So if I run to the kitchen, I can still hear what's going on the TV on the Move. Heck, if you have other Sonos speakers throughout your house, you can hear whatever is on the TV on those speakers too, wherever they are. So even if you are outside on the patio, you could bring the Move with you and listen to the game that's on the TV. And that's just so cool to me. The mixing and matching of speakers and the fact there is no lag or delays between the speakers because it's all taken care of in the app. I love it. Okay, let me talk more about the Move itself. It has an 11-hour battery life, which is awesome. But you can also just leave the speaker on the dock all the time and it stays fully charged. Sonos says it's not going to wreck the battery life either, only time will tell. Now, as far as sound quality goes, it sounds great. It sounds way richer than this, and this thing has sounded good. In smaller spaces, I would say it thumps. In larger spaces, while it doesn't completely fill the room like you're at a club or a concert, it really makes whatever you're listening to enjoyable. Like I feel like I'm hearing the songs the way the artist wants me to hear it, you know? Which is exactly what I want. It has enough bass to satisfy in all the genres, and the trebles and mids sound clear and warm. Plus, when I'm close enough to the speaker, within 6 feet, I would say, I can feel it, and it makes me want to move. When I listen to music on the Google Home, for example, everything sounds kind of muddy. I often have a hard time picking out each instrument, but with the Move, I'm able to appreciate each instrument and feel the emotion from the rich vocals that it offers. There's nothing better than a great voice that pierces your soul and hits you right in the feels, and that's what I want, and that's what Sonos delivers. This thing is just damn good. Those little IKEA bookshelf speakers sound really good. I have Google Nest speakers throughout my house, which is cool and it works, so I can listen to music everywhere, but the quality doesn't inspire me. I went from being able to listen to music through my house on the Google speakers to now being able to experience music in my house, and the Sonos Move is the heart of it all. I can have all the Sonos speakers playing together, even the sub, and control it with the voice activation on the speaker. However, just FYI, you cannot pair up a subwoofer to the Sonos Move alone. The sub only works with a stereo pair, so I could pair up the IKEA bookshelf speakers I bought with a Sonos sub, then I can join the Move to that group. So as long as the Move is at home paired with the bookshelf speakers, I can enjoy the additional bass of the subwoofer, which is awesome. This is also IP56 rated, which means it's resistant to dust, sand, and water. So if you want to bring the party with you, you'll be dancing wherever you go, even at the beach, and the battery will last all day. Now let's talk about the downsides of using Sonos. The only real downside I can think of is the limitations of the app. Luckily, I'm able to use voice commands, which is awesome, and I can do most things. But while using the app on my phone, which I do if I want to listen to specific playlists or explore new music, I can't use the native apps for my music on my phone like I want to. For example, I use YouTube Music all the time on my phone, but I can't just use that app and cast music to my Sonos speakers like I'm used to with Google stuff. I have to use the Sonos app and use YouTube through that. The problem is, if I find a new song I like while I'm listening, the Sonos app doesn't let me like the song, and it won't let me add the song to one of my YouTube playlists. So if I find a song I like, I have to then launch my YouTube Music app outside of the Sonos app, search for the song, like it so it adjusts my algorithm, then add it to a playlist I want, then pop back over to the Sonos app. A pain for me because I love discovering new music. I want to find new songs all the time, but bouncing between the apps kind of slows me down. And lastly, the size of the Move, it's quite heavy. It's almost 7 pounds, so it's quite a lot to lug around. Plus, the handle isn't great. It's flat. It's like you're carrying a stool or something. It doesn't have a good deep grip, and I wouldn't want to walk around far carrying it. So, should you buy the Sonos Move? This speaker is awesome and incredibly flexible with what it offers. But the biggest problem, in my opinion, is the price. I actually returned my Sonos Move, which I bought new, then bought it used on Marketplace because I was able to save a couple $100. I mean, if you can afford it new, I think it's worth it, but Sonos is such quality stuff, I think buying it used is completely safe. The Sonos Move sounds great. When you're within range, it's punchy, it's vibrant, it's clear. It's not going to literally take your breath away like an amazing sound system would, but it doesn't need to do that. That's not its purpose. It elevates the everyday listening experience, which I use all the time, and ties it into my future multi-speaker and entertainment setup, which will take my breath away, and that's exactly what I wanted. Do I wish it had deeper bass? Of course, but then it wouldn't be portable because it would be so heavy. You can add a subwoofer paired with other speakers. Do I wish it got louder? I honestly haven't needed to crank it up to max volume yet, but I don't have parties or anything. Well, not with anybody older than 10 years old. That sounds weird. I'm a parent, okay? I'm talking about my old children. It's cool. Now you can turn up the bass and tinker around with the EQ, but it's nothing comprehensive, and they have a true sound feature, which makes a bit of a difference, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to value. Is the Sonos Move good value? I think being able to create a soundscape throughout the house, which seamlessly ties all of the speakers together however you want, is what makes the overall value of Sonos worth investing in. I am really happy with this speaker. It makes me want to use it and makes me want to move and sing along. I bought it because I enjoy spending time finding new sounds or re-listening to older music I love in a way that feels fresh and exciting because I'm hearing it in a quality I haven't experienced before. Because I'm buying this as a part of something bigger, it's exactly what I was hoping it would be. For get-togethers, the Sonos will impress your guests, especially due to the small form factor. It's a wireless speaker that ties into your Wi-Fi at home, but it also lets you or other people pair with it over Bluetooth. It's easy to connect to. That's really cool. I'm excited to be Team Sonos, and I look forward to reviewing more of their products in the near future. If you are wanting to upgrade the speakers in your life without learning too much about speakers or not wanting to deal with wires everywhere, you just want music to sound great, I think Sonos is a no-brainer, and if you can afford it, it's a safe bet that will leave you feeling satisfied with your purchase. Have you tried Sonos? If so, what speakers did you try and what was your overall experience? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for the support. I really appreciate the likes, subs, and comments. I'm just on an audio-visual kick right now, so if you like this video, maybe check this one out next. Or how about this one? See you next time on The Sad Life.